commitment to the cause of Ambazonia's liberation. Your courage in the face of adversity is nothing short of awe-inspiring. In the face of oppression, you have no cower in fear, but rather stood tall with unwavering resolve. Your perseverance in the face of seemingly unsurmountable odds serves as a beacon of inspiration to all who dare to dream of a better tomorrow. Your resilience is a testament to the indomitable human spirit, a spirit that refuses to be shackled by the chains of oppression. But our journey is far from over. The road ahead may be fought, but we do have challenges. But let us not falter in our determination. Let us instead draw strength from our collective resolve. For together, there is nothing that we cannot achieve. The Midland region, the Midland zone, with its rich tapestry of culture and heritage, stands poised to lead the charge towards a brighter future for Amazonia. So I urge you, my fellow brothers and sisters, the Midland, to heed the call to duty. Let us join hands and march forward as one, united in our quest for freedom and justice. Let us harness the power of our collective will to carve out a destiny that is truly worthy of our aspirations. The time for action is now. Let us not be mere spectators in the theater of history, but rather active participants in shaping its course. Let us stand tall with heads held high, knowing that we are the architects of our own destiny. Together, let us draft a new chapter for the Midlands zone, a chapter defined by courage, resilience, and unwavering determination. For in our unity lies our strength, and in our determination lies our victory. Mr. President, welcome to the Midlands zone. It's always a pleasure having you here. With that, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you our Commander-in-Chief, the President of the Federal Republic of Amazonia, His Excellency Dr. Samuel Ikome Sako. Thank you, Mr. President, and welcome to the Midlands zone. Paddy, please usher in the President of the Atlanta.
Mr. Vice President Eric Ate, Madam the Right Honorable Speaker of the House of Assembly, Dr. Winnie Lobati, Madam the Honorable Chairperson of the Ethics Committee, Mrs. Dorothy Ngwa, the Chairman of the Judicial Council, Barrister Mbesa, members of government, county and LGA executives, civil society leaders, distinguished supporters and sympathizers at home and abroad, the valiant Ambazonia State Armed Forces, and distinguished financial warriors, fellow Ambazonians. I welcome you to the most consequential zone in the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. Consequential in terms of the critical numbers, in terms of raw momentum, in terms of the will and the dogged resolve to stand up for what is ours. As I said elsewhere, this is the heart of our struggle, out of which the revolution was born and from where it proceeds. Our idea of Ambazonia was born here. Its placenta was buried here. We nurtured it from here for years and gave it the present expression. I believe the people of this zone will ultimately decide in a significant way if we win or lose this fight. My people of Meza, Momo, Libialem, and Manyu, you have been number one in many things in our struggle. Momo conceived Ambazonia. Here in Abakwa, the resistance was declared in 2017. In Manyu, the first guns of this war were shot, and in Libialem, our guerrilla strategy was perfected. And you are still number one in funding our endeavor. Ambazonia is still counting on this your strength. Momo, if you not leave me, if you don't leave am for my hand, I go leave am for road. Mezam, if you not leave am for my hand, I go leave am for Pa Fonchai grave and tell him, Pa, I don't try my best. The pikin then leave am for my hand. But I know that will not happen because we are in this together. I can truly say here that if the Midland is breathing, Ambazonia is doing well. Notwithstanding, great strength is not the absence of flaws, because even power itself is a two-edged sword. If we wield it skillfully, we will crush our enemy. But if we wield it awkwardly, it will hurt us. We will hurt ourselves. I call on you all to contribute your numbers and strength to bring down this mountain before us. So whatever God has given you in this zone was meant to free Ambazonia at a time like this. Don't be selfish. Do not abandon the funding of this revolution because someone you met in the corridors of this revolution offended you, insulted you, or mischaracterized you. Do not emulate those who specialize in opposing and campaigning against every action of government in our various fora. Do not listen to the voices of discord or obey those who want you to withhold your money for any reason whatsoever. Let me ask you, if you were in a plane with your arch enemy, would you do anything that could crash the plane just to get at your enemy? No. You will probably pretend you did not see him or her and wait until the plane lands. Some of you don't care about the consequences of your words and actions. Have you counted how many we discourage and how we, by so doing, help to defund the struggle? People who can take their phones and call the president, call any executive, and have a conversation on any issue, chose to use our different fora to protest in the name of practicing democracy. What about those who insult each other at every instance, drawing permanent lines of enmity, yet do not see that they are killing the struggle by alienating their own colleagues in arms? Why is it that this vehicle now rotates almost around the president? So does it mean if I take my leave today, this house will crumble? Can we rise above division and hate and just work for Ambazonia? Avoid getting involved in sectarian wars and attitudes. Disagree, but without a fight, knowing you may agree tomorrow. Tell the truth to all, friends and foes alike. Put Amazonia first. If you do this, you earn even the respect of those who hate you. Please, Amazonians, you gave me the difficult job of finding it when people deliberately throw it away, to fix things when people destroy them. I'm the one to answer if diplomacy fails. I'm the one to answer if ABC cannot be funded. I'm the one to answer if the fight on the ground stops. I'm the one to blame if we can no longer raise money. So before you blame me, ask yourself, how much have you helped me to succeed or fail? When I see some of you act, I pray to God Almighty that I don't get weary because of such anti-revolutionary conduct. Those who can pray should remember me daily. Fellow Amazonians, let us be reminded here that we are now the government. Let us act as one. If any spy from the international community enters our forums to vet us, for example, he should see a focused and dignified people that we claim to be. As the government of Amazonia, we are the unifying umbrella of all the actors of this struggle. We are now the sole authority that speaks for the majority of our people, everybody from the home front to the diaspora. And even those who think we don't represent them because they disagree with us are either ignorant or feigning ignorance. We speak for all, including our haters and the one Cameroon cowards. In democracy, leadership is the will of the majority, not the dictate of the 100%. Those in positions of authority, from LGAs to counties or central government, must start exercising authority in real time to give direction to our people at home. For instance, LGA chairs should start issuing orders as needed instead of allowing colonial DOs and mayors to do so. County coordinators or chairs should issue executive orders on issues of law and order in their counties instead of colonial SDOs and governors doing so. And the central government issues orders, executive orders over our national territory instead of Yaoundé. Dear Amazonia State Armed Forces, just a reminder, you are now the officers of the state of the Southern Cameroon's Amazonia. You are not Amber Boys, and you are no longer ARF, Amazonia Restoration Forces, because restoration was done since 2017. You are now the armed forces of the restored government of Amazonia in exile. To those French-speaking killers of our babies and children, parading our villages in uniform are not officers. They are criminals and impostors that have no place in Amazonia. The draft this year is for a more strategic purpose we call the ultimate plan. After 7 years in the trenches, we have nothing to teach you. We will, however, strategize together and encourage ourselves to work together to fight as a team and win. Your relationship with our people in the home front is one of interdependence. They depend on you for protection, and you depend on them for survival. The blacklegs who are giving out information about your location and movement will only thrive amongst the population if the population is against you. Those tormenting our population with illegal lockdowns, checkpoints, arrests, torture, and even death are not with us in this fight. They are working for the enemy who want to turn the population against us. Ayabacho and his fellow catechist Akatanganji understand that when the Israelites left Egypt joyfully and started suffering in the wilderness, they regretted and desired to go back into slavery, preferring the cucumbers of Egypt to the promised land of milk and honey. You should understand also that honey is sweet, but if you add aloe vera to it, some children will not take it, even if that is supposed to be the cure to their malaise. Hence, all the good soldiers must do all to stop these bad elements and hired spoilers and shame them anytime they act out of character. That nonsense of locking down a city or stretch of roads just to punish our people because of the actions of a few blacklegs is counterproductive. The same population that is supposed to work with the Amazonian State Army to solve the problem of the blacklegs, they are punishing them and punishing them further away or pushing them further away from the struggle. How can a good soldier make the population of southern Cameroon, Amazonia, the object of their battle? That is dumb and sickening. Those who take delight in tormenting the population are spoilers, hired by La République CPDM. The spirit of our ancestors is not with them. The God of the land is against them, and the prayers of the faithful are surely working against them. They will diminish daily because they have lost every measure of protection, both visible and invisible. Dear Amazonian State Armed Forces, I need to remind you that you are the last hope we have left in our struggle. Our patriarchs tried the force of argument and failed. Some tried to resist. Others got compromised and ostracized. Our comrades of the consortium launched the present escalation in 2017, but went looking for a compromise with La République, who offered them nothing. Some who were chanting until we reach Boya have been paid to play against us or abandon the struggle. Many have retired and are saying we who are still fighting La République, we are the problem. That kind of logic is twisted. The task we must accomplish this year and next is launch 3 dynamic operations that will define the next phase of our struggle. I will not give details here, as the slaves of the disabled lion in Itudi are surely listening to this. But I can tell you one thing. This year and next, we will do everything in the book to stop every illegal elections on electioneering from taking place in Amazonia. This is a do or die assignment in our existential struggle. We must win this time in a way that those who counted us out must eat their words. Those who surrendered prematurely must be covered with ashes of shame. And even our enemy must acknowledge their loss this time. We need your might, your courage, your ingenuity, and you are all on board for a successful year. We will work directly with you, with those of you who are the genuine defenders of the state of the people of Southern Cameroon, Amazonia. My dear financial warriors, the government of the Southern Cameroons was designed to stand on 3 legs: the LGAs, the counties, and the federal government. Today, many counties are operating as counties with no local government structures because of what happened to us in 2022. And that means 3 minus 1 leg. If we have only 2 legs left, the counties and the federal government, how can it be taught that the federal government should not get involved now? How can a vehicle that was built to run on 3 wheels now run on one only? The war is won, but the strategies must keep changing. And let me tell you that the number one weakness of our structures from Berlin was over decentralization, because defense was not supposed to be decentralized. So we had round pegs in square holes and some bad seeds in good soil that the government had no power to correct or fire or change. And we put them in charge of 80% of our endeavor on the ground. Some did away with our hard-earned resources and for a pretext resigned to join their IGs in a desperate ruse to escape accountability. I strongly believe today that direct central government action on the ground with our forces is a plus, not a minus. Besides, how can we consider that we, the final authorities over the armed forces, have no strong ties with the ground? How can we represent a force with such strings of loose loyalty? And how can we build one army with 13 command centers without a central command? A central command that speaks to and for all on the national and international stage. We need more direct involvement now as a trust-building measure with all of our forces. Those who still have a problem with the central government having direct dealings with our boys, or what they call their boys, that cannot stop the ADF and CPDM operatives from dealing directly with them, are confused in their logic. Imagine your father is talking directly with your children, and you have a problem with that. But you cannot stop strangers from talking to your children. So let me appreciate all of you, especially those here who have drafted and paid in full already. I want to appreciate the comrades in the Federal Constituencies Forum who jump-started this draft today since a few days ago. You have encouraged me all. You have made it lighter for me. Please remember those who have drafted their lives, the ASA. Some have died in this altar of sacrifice. You withholding your substance, your reasons notwithstanding, is a disappointment to our people, dead and alive. This is our assignment of a lifetime. Let's finish it eloquently. Let's give our best without excuses. You are of the finest breeds of selfless Amazonians that continue to give where you have nothing to gain in return. Thanks in advance. La République du Cameroon is watching every draft. Let us take the smile off their faces tonight with a verdict. Viva the Amazonian Restoration Force, Amazonian State Army, and viva the Federal Republic of Amazonia. And God bless you for participating. Thank you.
Allegiance to the heroes who bore the land with in the new year.
Wow. Thank you so much, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you,
Thank
Mr.
you.
President.
Thank you.
Bless us.
Thank you, Ikamba.
Bless us, President. God bless us. Long live our
Ikamba,
President.
Mr.
God
President.
bless our President.
Hey, God bless our president.
Hey.
Ikamba president.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. President.
God bless you.
Watch your mouth.
Always on point.
Thank you, Mr. President. Always
Thank you,
on
Mr.
point.
President.
Thank you, our president. Let the Lord continue to inspire you. And
God bless you, sir.
Thank you, everyone.
and give you all the courage.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, for those words. I think Ambazonians have heard you loud and clear, and we are not going to disappoint you. It is time for us to hand over to Masira and her team. Masira, are you there? I saw you a while ago, so beautifully dressed as usual.
Yes.
It's time for you and your team to take over. Over to you.
Thank you, Chairlady. Wow. What else do we want to hear? And what is new from our president? Always inspiring.
Indeed.
So, what can I say? Welcome, Mr. President, to Midlands. VP, it's your home. You know, feel free at home. Fellow Ambazonians, fellow comrades, cheers, LA cheers. You are welcome to Midlands. We know why we are here, to do what we love to support this struggle, which our president is leading us. So we are behind him, and we always prepare for this day, you know, to do what we are good at, to draft. Midlanders, they have food, extra food, drinks, oranges, coconuts for everybody. Feel free, grab a cup of coffee, a bottle of water, and relax, because we are ready to roll with the draft. Midlander made of 4 counties: Manu, Momo, Mezam, Libialem. We are ready. We are ready to draft. I'm not going to say much. The president had said it all. So we're just going to, move on with the draft. And before I start, we had started drafting the Midlanders, the 4 counties: Mezam, Momo, Manu, and Libialem. Hey, as they call us, the heart of this struggle. Tonight, Mr. President, you will find out if